Welcome to Go on Shaw TV. I'm Doug Roxburgh, and there's been some rumblings about a sports entertainment center being built in the downtown core of Fort McMurray. It's supposed to look like this, and this. Well, how about we find out exactly what's going on today's show? Yeah, let's do that. Also, we'll look at Heritage Park's restoration process, as well as how oil and Fort McMurray go together like bananas and ice cream. The SEC engagement is currently ongoing. Join with me is Ted Zlotnik from the RMWB. Ted, thanks for joining us. There is a lot of community members that are very interested in this project. How has the community response been so far?
The community response has been mixed. Some people are in favor of the SEC, some are not. Some of the challenges that have been brought up are the fact that the economy in Fort McMurray isn't as good as it was in the past when this project was initiated. So on the other hand, a lot of people have expressed extreme interest in having this facility built. They do feel it'll change the whole face of the downtown, and many have expressed the fact that it would be a catalyst for revitalization of the downtown core.
And that is the purpose of this community engagement, is to get people involved and get their positive and negative feedback on the issue. Just out of curiosity, we talked about costs during this engagement session. What is the cost of the facility?
The cost of the facility, the capital cost of the facility is $120 million. If council decide to move forward with a parkade option, we would add another $29 million approximately. If they wanted a retail, on the base level of the parkade, it would be another $7.2 million. So about another $34 million would be added in capital cost. The actual payment, though, that is being proposed would be an annual payment of $10 million per year. That would include everything: construction, interest, maintenance, improvements to the center over the life of the building.
Right, that $10 million a year is not just specific costs towards construction. We are talking about maintenance and ongoing issues with the arena.
Exactly. It's all inclusive of everything: construction, improvement, interest, everything. There would be no additional cost. And so if there were delays in construction or additional costs related to construction, those costs would not be borne by the municipality. They would be included in the $10 million cost. And then if we decided to add the parkade with retail, there would be an additional approximately $2.6 million in costs, plus some additional other costs that would be considered. So the total all-in cost with everything included would be approximately $14.5 million.
And if you can't make an engagement session here at McDonald Island at Shell Place, you can go online and fill out an online questionnaire. I just have one question about the online questionnaire, though, Ted, because this has been an issue that's been brought up to me, and just want to address it to you. On the online questionnaire, at the very beginning, it goes right into the details of the arena, and then at the very end, it shows, do you support the construction of the arena? Why is that particular question at the end and not at the beginning? It just seems like it's buried.
There was no intent to bury that anywhere. I think that in order to come to the conclusion of whether you want an arena or not, I think you have to go through the detail and the questions to, formulate your response to that question. And so there was no intent to bury anything. It's just that if you follow the logical process through the questions, then you get to the end, you're better informed to make the decision of whether you want an SEC or not. That's really the justification for the location of that question.
Well, thank you very much, Ted. Hang on one second, because we're going to come back. I just want to touch on the 2013 engagement survey results, because
Sure.
We'll use that going forward. If you want to fill out the survey and get your voice heard, please go to rmwb.ca/SEC regarding this proposed downtown arena. Back with Ted Zlotnik from the RMWB. And Ted, we have the 2013 results from the engagement survey that were handed out and distributed to the public. Are they going to be used going forward, or are they just basically giving you a baseline of what to expect for this 2015 engagement?
Well, the 2013 survey was basically put there to establish the mood of whether people want to move forward with an SEC or not in 2013. A lot of the questions are relevant to this new engagement, but some are not. So we would like to look at it as a baseline and then readdress and go back to some of the questions to see if they're still relevant, because the economy in 2013 is significantly different than the economy today. And so As a baseline, some of the questions and the answers will be similar today as they were in 2013. We didn't want to completely reinvent the wheel with a new survey, but some will be new. Some of the answers will be different because today's economy is much different. So that was the purpose. Have a baseline, don't reinvent the wheel from scratch, and then let's look at the answers to the questions, see how they differ to the ones that were answered in 2013.
You're exactly right. It is a completely different economic time here in Fort McMurray. 2013 was a little bit more prosperous than it is now. So
the price of oil is $100 or so.
That's right. So the answers are probably going to be different.
That's correct.
Just looking at the 2013 results, I hope some of them aren't going to be used. Just some people wanted concerts as their #1 reason as to why the venue was being built. But this is going to be a hockey first venue, right?
Not really. SMG will bring in any type of events they feel that the community wants here. But we believe that hockey is important, and as a result, in the negotiation, we've negotiated the fact that the proponent needs to have a lead tenant here. In order to generate revenue, we need some guarantee and security and confidence that the operator will be able to meet the operational costs of the facility. So a lead tenant, a lead hockey tenant, is what we believe will be the way forward. But that's not to say that any other event can be held in the center, whether it's a monster truck show, ice capades, Disney on Ice, whatever families like to see, whatever the public in Fort McMurray want, we can invite here.
Well, thank you very much, Ted, for joining us today on today's show. If you want your voice heard, again, you can go to rmwb.ca/SEC, and you can also join the RMWB in their engagement sessions being held. The SEC in Fort McMurray has been an ongoing issue for a number of years, and now you have your chance to have your say. Go to rmwb.ca/SEC, and you can share your both positive and negative thoughts towards this proposed facility. For Go on Shaw TV, I'm Doug Roxburgh, and we'll see you, well, when we see you.